We are back in Indian Rocks Beach, Florida today, and I know that we just showed you this cute little beach town not too long ago, but we thought you might be wondering how it's doing since back-to-back hurricanes around 6 months ago. Plus, we're adding in a few more fun things to do in Indian Rocks Beach that we weren't able to include last time. So grab your drink of choice and let's explore Indian Rocks Beach post-hurricane.
Here we are at Pure Fresh Juice. It's in Indian Rocks Beach. It's like right before you get over the bridge. They're supposed to have like fresh squeezed orange juice from like Florida oranges, as local as you can get, and a bunch of like, you know, knickknacks, trinkets, stuff like that. Mostly orange related, I assume. But yeah, let's go check it out. Jellies and all sorts of stuff, and they have all the honey selection too. Really big Tupelo honey, which I love collecting or getting different like local honeys and stuff just from different wildflowers and things. They have all that here, and you can kind of choose, you know, the different types if you're kind of a honey nerd like I am. But yeah, it's a pretty cool place. They have everything there. Out of the ice cream right now, I guess the soft serve machine's down. No big deal. Still pretty cool place. I would definitely stop.
One of the first things that you might notice about Indian Rocks Beach if you're driving in from Walsingham Road, which is the main road that leads to Indian Rocks Beach. But anyway, one of the first things that you might notice is how active this small little beach town is. There are tons of events always going on, and they're really good about advertising them on this huge billboard type of thing that greets you right when you arrive into town. And right at the corner of that entrance sign that you just saw, you'll find Peepo and Betty's Bakery. We overlooked this little bakery for years, and I don't want you to do the same thing because their coffee is really good and so are their pastries. I got this specialty Lucky Charms latte, which was for St. Patrick's Day, but they always have something a little bit different and creative, which I love. So if you don't believe me that this is a great place to go for your morning pastries or coffee, check out this line. In our last video on Clearwater Beach, I had mentioned that I wanted to include as many local businesses as possible that I personally love in the beach communities, because I don't think that there is a single business on one of the barrier islands here that was not impacted by the hurricanes. Even the ones that somehow managed to get away with minimal damage experienced significantly less business in the months of recovery that followed. So I wanted to share another one of my favorite spots on the island for coffee that is open now. It's called Grove, and they serve food items as well. They have another location in St. Pete Beach, which I love, which was severely damaged, and it's not open yet. And as you can tell, they're busy too, and it's so exciting to see so many people back on the islands. That is something I'm never going to take for granted again. Unfortunately, not every coffee shop that I love is reopened though. This is Indian Shores Coffee, which is technically in Indian Shores just down the road. They're still working hard to rebuild, and I love their shop as well. So if you happen to be watching a few months down the road from now and they're open, definitely check them out. One thing that was not open last time that we really wanted to show you was the History Museum. So it is open this time, and we're going in now. It's not open every day of the week. It's open from 10 to 2, Tuesdays through Saturdays maybe. I just double checked. It's open Wednesday through Saturday, 10 to 2, and it is seasonal, as you might already know, since it was closed the last time we were here. So Wednesday to Saturday, 10 to 2, seasonally. This is kind of part of the gift shop, I guess, but this is a really cool museum. Part of the museum is part of the original house, and then they kind of did an addition so that they could add more of Indian Rocks Beach history. This place is such a gem. We've been very frequent visitors of Indian Rocks Beach for years, like 7 years, and I had no idea how cool this was. I kind of knew it was here, but there's so much history in Indian Rocks Beach that I had no clue. They did such a good job preserving it, so this is definitely a hidden gem that you should check out in Indian Rocks Beach. Remember I mentioned all of the events in Indian Rocks Beach? Well, one of them is Second Saturday, and I do believe it's a newer tradition, but basically Krabby's, which has live entertainment, good food, good drinks, basically it's the place to go. They have local vendors all day and into the evenings on the second Saturday of each month. We didn't get a chance to stop by, even though we could tell the vibes were absolutely incredible because we witnessed them when we were driving by. If you watched my video on Clearwater Beach, then you know that I'm gonna show you both like the good and the bad, and that's not because I want you to be aware of the sad parts of the storm. It's because I think that pointing out how insanely strong this storm was and how damaging it was shows the resilience of the islands. So I'm gonna show you a little small like pocket here in Indian Shores that isn't doing quite as well as Indian Rocks and some of the other beach areas. And that area is Mahuffers. This is what it looks like now. And that is sadly not open yet. I think on their Facebook they've said that they'll be back, but that has been quite a while. I think it's been a couple of months since they've updated their Facebook post. That is an effect that you might have if you've been here before and have been to Mahuffers. If you've been here before and you've been to Mahuffers, then it's probably one of your favorite places ever, or you hated it. I don't think anyone was in the middle. People either love it or hated it. But that might be a big change for you as something that's closed. I feel like Indian Rocks, most things are back open, and most things are doing really, really well. So I just kind of wanted to show you maybe the part that isn't doing so well, just so that you know kind of, again, what to expect. This little area here of Indian Shores didn't do super great. This is definitely an area where it's just not bounced back quite yet, but most of Indian Rocks, most of Indian Shores is back. You're not going to notice a whole lot of change, but Mahuffers was a favorite, so unfortunately it's still closed, and no sign of they're not working on it or anything. Haven't heard any updates.
I just want to go out and walk with you. I just like to talk with you. You don't have to tell me anything that's new. I just want to go out and walk with you.
This is a nearby street, and I do apologize for the horrible quality. There's only so much I can do when the sun is just not cooperating, but it shows the power of Mother Nature. And I think when you're on Gulf Boulevard and you see the businesses that are thriving again and the huge mansions and the condo buildings that look fine, it's easy to overlook the pain that is still evident in some of the communities. I know in our beach community, we're still hurting, but we are healing every day, day by day. And part of that healing, I think for me anyways, is seeing people coming back to visit. So this is the reality behind a lot of the bustling, popular areas. And we're healing and we're coming back. So both are true, but I just kind of wanted to show you the reality behind, you know, what you're seeing when you're visiting, all the fun things to do. We are back at the Seabird Sanctuary in Indian Shores, and my understanding is that they actually were pretty severely impacted by the hurricane, which makes sense. They're right on the beach, they're right on the water. So that's like where a lot of the birds are behind me. And then you can literally, well, they're blocking it, but that's the beach right there. So my understanding is that they were pretty seriously impacted, but you would never know it. We're here today. All the animals are back, doing well. There's lots of animals to see. And we're getting ready to go climb the lookout tower as well. So Come support them. It's so cool to see all the different birds. They just had the owls out, which the kids really liked. And this is a great little hidden gem. It's amazing. I lied. The observation tower is closed. My guess is that that's hurricane related, but that's unfortunate, but it happens, you know, in hurricanes. It's still amazing here. I'll flip this. Actually, I'll show you how close we are. There's the beach right there. And then that's where we just came from with all the animals. So yeah, this is a cool little area. Just don't park here to go to the beach. They will tow your car. But yeah, I know I shared a lot about this in the last Indian Rocks Beach video, but I just wanted to do an update since they are so close to the water. I'm sure that people were wondering how they did. And this is such a great place to come that I'll talk about it any chance I get, honestly.
She's tied onto my glove, but she can't go anywhere. She can sit further away.
So yes, this is my toddler with only one shoe on, which I didn't even realize until I was going back and looking at this video. But I think it's so funny because nothing describes toddlerhood more than that. But they loved watching these pelicans jump in the little pool area that they had. They thought it was so funny. While the Seabird Sanctuary is free to visit, they do run off of donations. So if you enjoy your visit and you're able to, don't forget to help them out. They do so much for the local birds, and it's also great that they open up their space for all of us to enjoy. For a quick lunch, we stopped at the Guilty Sea Sports Pub. The food was great, and this is definitely the place to go if you want to watch any sort of game. Our service was a little bit awkward, but we would definitely go back. In our last video, we showed you the nature preserve, and it was closed for a little while, but it's back open, which I think is so impressive. It is this boardwalk through the mangroves, and then there is water kind of in the middle. It kind of does a loop, so it's not like the end, but it is gorgeous. One of our favorite things to do in Indian Rocks Beach, and I'm so glad that they have it back open. I imagine it was a lot of work to do so, but I don't know. Something kind of ironic is that the last time that we were filming at this nature preserve here was actually the Friday before we were supposed to be impacted by Hurricane Debbie. We ended up getting no impacts personally anyway, and we're very thankful for that, but we had no idea the kind of foreshadowing that that storm was doing. But anyway, that was just in August, and it's crazy looking back at how much these two little kids have grown. And I know that you're not here to watch my kids grow, but oh my gosh, it is crazy. So if any of you have tips on slowing that down, I would love to hear them.
All right, we made it to the end. What do you think, Bill? Hi, buddy. It's really cool out here. You'll see in the videos. Hey, buddy.
We are going to a local's favorite for dinner. It's called PJ's. You can see it behind me. It's like a kitschy little restaurant with like dollar bills all over the walls, and they have like really good seafood, a lot of seafood options, but some non-seafood options if that's not your jam. Obviously they have oysters. So yeah, it's a cool little place. It's also a good place just to grab a drink, so if you don't want to do a full-on meal, the bar is really cool, both inside and outside. And then right behind me is where we're going tomorrow, the water park. So PJ's is just right over the bridge when you're coming to Indian Rocks Beach. So yeah. Who's that?
Yeah.
Hi. Where are we going? Are we gonna go eat dinner?
Yes.
Yeah, are you hungry?
Nope.
Nope. Well, Mommy's hungry.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. What's up there? Wow! Wow!
We are at Splash Harbor in Indian Rocks Beach. It's right behind me right there. Boom. We're gonna go check it out. We mentioned this in one other video we did, and we never got around to being here, but we're actually getting to go. Should be a good time. It's a little busy today. It is spring break right now. It seems like the parking lot's pretty empty, and we should have a pretty good time, I'm guessing. The slide is right there, so you can see the line for it. Probably like 5 or 6 kids with tubes waiting, so hopefully we get to go check those out, and we'll take you along.
We love Adventure Island, which is like the water theme park of Busch Gardens over in Tampa, but it's a little bit overwhelming because there's so much to do there, and it's also pretty expensive. This is not on the same level. It's not a ton of water rides. There's a couple slides which will keep the older kids very entertained. The lazy river will too. And then there's of course just a huge pool, and there's also an area for younger kids. So I just think it's a really chill place to spend the day. They told us it was busy, but we didn't feel like it was overwhelming at any point in time. It was also reasonable. The food was reasonable. They had buckets of beer, which were reasonably priced. It was all just reasonable. It was $30 per adult to get in as well. So it's just a unique, kind of a different way to spend the day if you want to break from the beach or if you just want to change it up.
There's Chelsea and Bill going down the little kid part. This is really cool and awesome for little kids. It doesn't empty out into a pool, as you can see, so it's really nice. This is the other part over here where it's like a lazy river behind us and some water slides and stuff. Pretty cool. Excuse the pool hair. You know, we've been running around. But the water's not heated, so if it's like 70s, maybe not, you know, maybe not the time to go, just because it is a little chilly. But the kids are doing good, and the main pools and stuff seem to be heated a little bit more than these slides. Anyway, it's a really good time. We're having fun. There's like a little splash pad, like 0 entry area for kids too, which is nice.
Like I mentioned, they have some good food options. They have like hot dogs, chicken strips, just kind of basic what you could expect from a theme park type of food. Again, we also thought that the prices were reasonable, and we could not resist a funnel cake, which was so good. There's another restaurant right by the water park as well. We're at the entrance of the restaurant. You can see the water park behind me. So we'll compare the two and let you know which one is better.
All right, we are at Jimmy Guana's. Let me see if I can see a sign underneath this dude at the ladder there, Jimmy Guana's. It's right next to the water park we showed you guys. Really cool vibes so far. We're gonna get some lunch here and we'll see how it goes. All right, we're here. Kids are coloring. Got a nice Sprite to drink and some waters. They're setting up live music right now. Oh no, what is it?
The coloring situation seems to be a huge win here. You see the trees? It's in my hair. It's so windy here today. We are not staying here, but the restaurant Jimmy Iguanas and the water park are attached or like part of the Holiday Inn here in Indian Rocks Beach. It's not oceanfront, but it is like on the intercoastal. So yeah, it's a short walk to the beach, cool location. So I wanted to show you, like, it's all open air like this. Our kids think it's so cool. And then they also have mini golf. So I can't really think, I just said to Mitchell, like, I can't think of a cooler place to stay with kids than this. It's amazing. Your hotel room doesn't get you entrance to the water park though, but it gets you a discount. Okay, we ate at PJ's the other night. We just finished up at Jimmy Iguanas and okay, so we're gonna tell you which one was our favorite. Okay, should we go on 3?
Yeah.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Jimmy Iguanas.
Yeah. Oh man.
We hit a curb with the stroller. Why was that your favorite?
I thought, here's the thing is I had, let me think. Why?
Stink.
I mean, PJ's had the poke bowl, right? And then the poke
Which was
tacos.
not normal though. That was only a one-time like special thing.
It was, but I did enjoy that more. But here I did get the prime rib sandwich and it was delicious. So as far as food goes, I think it's pretty close to a tie.
Really?
Atmosphere, I like the vibe of PJ's. I like the dollar bills on the walls. I like the funny signs and the old handwritten jokes that like are inside jokes to the bar, you know? I've been to a Jimmy Iguanas and it was called something different. You know, PJ's is a little bit different than all the other ones.
I liked Jimmy Iguanas because it's outside. So like, I feel like the vibes are similar but different. I feel like Jimmy Iguanas feels like Jimmy Buffett and PJ's feels like Key West. So similar,
I can see that, but
different.
Yeah.
So I think I would go to Jimmy Iguanas for dinner, but I would go to PJ's for a drink.
There you go. And
if I wasn't pregnant.
Yeah, I guess that's a
So there you have it. You got to go to both. Tell us what you think. I don't know. I said at Jimmy Iguanas, that's the best restaurant I've been to in a while, but we were starving.
Yeah, it was.
And sitting outside, like on the water, is just magical.
It's nice. It's awesome. It's hot. The sun's hitting you. Really windy, so they can put
That's
the
true. That would be
shades
a con in the middle of summer. You wouldn't.
There you go.
But like, okay, so this whole time we've been walking from Jimmy Iguanas to the parking lot, and now behind me, where I was facing, that's PJ's right there. So you can see they're sitting outside too. Like that's, you know, but they definitely have more inside seating. I don't know. So
More shaded seating area for sure.
Yeah, but go to both. You heard it here first. I didn't even mention the most obvious thing to do in Indian Rocks Beach because it's probably what brought you here in the first place, but that is, of course, the beach. You are going to find the most beautiful turquoise water that you would expect from Florida's Gulf Coast. You're going to find the soft sand, and hopefully you're visiting when it's sunny. You cannot beat the beaches here. They are made for spending the whole day outside, enjoying the people that you come with. So don't forget to save some time to spend at the beach because that's probably going to be one of your favorite parts of vacation. And that wraps up another trip to Indian Rocks Beach. Hopefully you enjoyed it, enjoyed a virtual vacation, or maybe it helped you plan yours. If it was helpful, it would mean so much to us if you could click that thumbs up button and that subscribe button. We so appreciate you being here and hope to see you again next week.
Aye, good job. Hi. Look at that. Hi. I've sneezed like 100 times in here. It's embarrassing. She's watching. She's clocked it before too.
You're back. How much have you learned?
I've learned that taking 2 toddlers to a museum isn't maybe the best move.
Bye, Dad.
Bye, ducks.
Wow. I think a duck. I think duck. I think that I think that the ducks. And we say the ducks. Bye, duck.